G'day and welcome to another Pokemon Go video. So jumping straight into Go Battle League, and if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button down below. Otherwise, we're going to jump in and get things started. As you can see, ace ranked at 2200 Elo, so hopefully, well, potentially you'll be around my level because it's sort of probably somewhere in the middle where most people are roughly about, I would imagine. So we've actually got a new league and it's the Evolution Cup. So max CP being 1500 and only Pokemon that have evolved and are still able to evolve are allowed to be used. So the team I'm going to be running with is Golbat on the lead with Wing Attack, Poison Fang, and Shadow Ball. Going to be running Vigoroth with Counter, Body Slam, and Bulldoze, and then finally Zweilous with Dragon Breath, Body Slam, and Dark Pulse. So, I mean, they're very meta picks. Vigoroth is going to be in, I'd say, 90+% of teams. Well, if you believe all of the hype leading up to it, it is just an absolute beast in this league. And so we'll see how we go. So Vigoroth obviously going to be a bit of a problem for me as well because I don't necessarily want to see it against either. Well, I mean, Vigoroth v Vigoroth is going to be not good for anybody. And then against the Zweilous, it's got Dragon Breath, so it's going to be able to put on a lot of fast move pressure there, even though it's going to be getting hit from by super effective counters in return. Golbat, obviously, the one thing that we really don't want to see, and I mean there is more than one, but one of the main things that we don't want to see is a ice type on the lead. So Celio would be something that we don't want to see, but let's jump in and see what we get. Hopefully we can do okay. Now the Evolution Cup has only just started, so hopefully we get some people that are a bit rough, probably much like ourselves. We'll probably be a little bit rough on this one to start with, but we'll see what we get. Hopefully we can match up against some decent leads. And so Vigoroth on the lead, there it is, already on display. So they're going to throw in their Haunter, which case I will swap into the Zweilous because obviously it's going to be able to resist those. Oh, and it's got Ice Punch. That does so much damage. We'll see if we can farm it all the way down. I don't know that we'll be able to. We're not, so that's really not good. Should have thrown a Body Slam there because now Shadow Punch coming through, and I'm going to be Body Slamming straight into the next thing, and I do think it's probably going to take. Oh, so that was a mistake there. I didn't actually mean to swap in for this one. I'm not going to shield this up. I'll let this go. Body Slam coming through, and it does so much damage. So I'm going to go for a Poison Fang here, and we'll see if they want to shield this up. I can't imagine they will. They'll probably let the first one go, and then shield up the next one. We'll see. So out comes their own Zweilous. So we'll see how this goes. So going to Poison Fang here and then swap into my own Vigoroth here. And yeah, so I'm actually going to let this go. And then I'm going to look to, yeah, counter all the way down, and we'll see what they want to do here. So I'm going to throw my Body Slam straight away. And obviously the reason I want to do that is because I want to take their last shield, and I do expect to be able to do that. So unfortunately, I'm going to shield this up because I am at a Body Slam myself. Unfortunately, they win CMP, so that's not ideal. But we'll see what they can do. So I think it's going to, yeah, see, be doing enough damage to take them out there. So it does. Vigoroth is awfully glassy, so that Body Slam, as you can see, did a lot of damage. So clearly, I don't know the matchups yet and what I should be shielding and what I shouldn't. Ice Punch on the Haunter really rough. But I mean, that is fine. So we'll jump into the next one, and hopefully we can match up reasonably well. So yeah, like I said, I expect Vigoroth to be on most teams, and to be honest, I expect Zweilous to be on most teams as well. Um, we'll see how we go. So Golbat again on the lead into Shadow Golbat versus the normal variety, and we'll see how we want to play this. So um, they're not okay, not getting out of there. So I'm going to charge up to the Shadow Ball and throw the Poison Fang and see what they want to do. So they're going to shield, so that works out perfectly for me. Um, I guess I do the same. I expect them to be throwing a Poison Fang as well. No, it is the Shadow Ball. Okay, that's a huge shield. Okay, so that works out really nicely for me. So going to be able to throw straight into the next one. And will I get a second shield? I do get the second shield, so that is massive. So I'm obviously going to shield up as well. I suspect that they are just now poison fanging. Oh no, they're shadow balling again. What do they have in the back? So gonna just throw the poison fang here. This should now be doing enough damage to take them out, even though it is going to be a resisted charge move, but they're double debuffed already. And we'll see if we can get to a... Are they going to try and catch a Shadow Ball? Yeah, they are. Onto their Vigoroth, but that's fine. So I'm just thinking, what do I do here? So I'm going to come in with my own. And hopefully... So I don't think I'm in a position for them to KO me from this range. Yeah, so I'm going to be able to overfarm a little bit, and then I'll throw my move. Again, this is going to take them pretty close to KOing, but it won't KO from this range. Oh, it will KO from this range. No, it takes them one counter away, so that works out really nicely for me, and we'll see what they want to do here. So I'm able to get to another body slam, and yeah, that's going to do a nice chunk of damage there. So the question here is, what do I come out with? And I think I'm going to come out with the Zweilous and then just look to fully farm them down. So I think this is going to not have any moves that hit me effectively. Yeah, so Surf's going to be resisted. And at this point, surely they know that this is GG's. And there's nothing that they can do. Oh, it's a Mud Bomb. Mud Bomb's going to do a little bit more damage, but I'm going to be able to just fully, yeah, Dragon Breath them down. So able to take that game. So, yeah, that's why they wanted to double shield their Golbat, because they were, well, super weak to it in the end. So I was expecting them to sack swap onto a Vigoroth, and they did. I still threw it though, didn't I? So would have been much, much better to throw the Poison Fang, but I mean, it is what it is. So we've got the Dusclops, another going to be a very, very popular choice, and we'll see what they want to do here. So I do think I'm going to have to shield here. So I will shield this one up, and we'll see what they want to throw. I imagine it's going to be an Ice Punch, and it is. And I'm actually going to go straight for the Shadow Ball here, and we'll see if they throw their own shield up, or if they're going to let it go because they think it's a Poison Fang. Unfortunately, they do not let it go, so that's is unfortunate, but that's fine. I'm going to shield up again. It's going to be another Ice Punch, which is fine. So unfortunately, they've got back-to-back Ice Punches, so it shouldn't take me out from this range. We'll find out how much damage it... Whew, it does a lot of damage. So what? Zweilous came out, I believe. So what I'm going to do here is See if I can farm this all the way down before they get to it. No, wow. Okay, how did they get to a charge? Maybe they got a couple of Dragon Breaths off first. It shouldn't be enough to KO, which it isn't. And then I'm going to be able to fully farm them down. We'll see what comes out now. And I'm going to, oof, and it is their own Golbat. So that's not ideal for me, but that's fine. We'll throw the Dart Pulse there, and it does do a huge chunk of damage. So that's absolutely fine with me. Unfortunately, they're going to be able to, yeah. So I'll be able to throw the Poison Fang. We'll get the last shield, which is fine. So this works out absolutely fine for me. I'm going to be able to look to charge up a little bit of extra energy here. Expect another Ice Punch to come through. Obviously, they're not going to be throwing So what I want to do here is, well, now I'm going to be looking to farm up a little bit of extra because I want to come out with a bit of energy for to try and throw a body slam. So don't want to get too greedy here. So we'll just throw the bulldoze now and take this thing out. But do want to be able to charge up to a body slam before they're able to get to double Poison Fang. And hopefully we can, so Poison Fang coming through. And going to be able to throw my own body slam, and this will be doing enough damage to take it out. So able to get the win on the board. There we go. And that is a good game right there. And that's 3 battles done. And we're going to jump straight into the next one. So going pretty well so far. And so far, I think every team has had a Vigoroth. I mean, I can't complain about that because obviously so do I. So and I've also got a Zweilous, which, and let's be honest, Golbat is going to be super popular as well. And now we've got the mirror match. So question is, whose is better? So going to charge up to a Poison Fang here. I'm going to shield. Yeah. So, I mean, it's fine to throw up the shield. We'll see if they do the same. I don't expect... Oh, they do. Okay. And I'm just going to go straight into my next one. And because they know it's a Poison Fang, it'll be interesting to see whether they can... they're going to shield this up, and they don't. So that's fine as well. Because it does mean that I'm actually going to be able to shield this up and then farm them down. So Poison Fang coming through. And because they were a little bit slower, it does mean that I'm going to be, yeah, like I said, able to farm them all the way down. I am massively debuffed, but that's fine. And going to be throwing my own Poison Fang here. And this is really good because, although, so defense fell, which is good. So I'm going to come out with my Zweilous and look to go to absolute town on it. I do expect them to swap this out, which is fine. And we'll see what they want to do. So expecting them to, oh, let's hope they're not throwing the drill with the bulldoze here. Bulldoze is 9, so I do think they got there a little bit early, which they did, and that's fine. So going to throw my charge move as well, and we'll see if they want to shield this up or not. I suspect that they probably, oh, they do, okay. And they've thrown energy. So it takes 5 to get to the body slam. I need to be counting it because I need to be making sure that they don't do a little bit more chip damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm just going to throw because I don't want them to do the chip damage of another body slam. So I'm just going to throw. I do think the Oof. Is it just going to be a surf here? If it's a surf, I should survive, but then it's going to be questionable whether I can survive. It's a body slam. Okay, so I don't survive. They'll be able to fast move farm me down here. And that's done. I was thinking, what are they running? But it's body slam, so they're going to be just as spammy as me. Unfortunately, maybe I should have not thrown a move and farmed all the way down and then thrown the yeah, so that was the play. But I mean, I know that for next time if I can remember it in the moment. So Dragonair there doing really well, unfortunately well against me. So we'll see what else we get. So we've got the Charbug, which is actually all right for me. I don't want to. I don't, oof. Question is it going to? So they're going to know that this is a Poison Fang, so they won't shield this up, which is fine. I can do two of these, and I'm just curious on what move this is going to be. It is an electric type, so oh, and it's just an X scissor. That is brutal. So I'm not going to let them get away with throwing two fast moves without. They're going to have to shield this up. And they're not going to. Okay, does enough damage to take them out. What have they got in the back? So obviously they've got something that can deal with this reasonably well. Question is, can I get to another move? I can. This is absolutely brutal for them. So we'll see what they want to do. So they're going to let it go, obviously. Are they going to try and farm this all the way down? They're going to have to throw energy or I'm going to take them out. So I let this go. And the question here is, what do I come in with? So I'm going to come in with my own Vigoroth. And they have their own. Yeah, so there you go. They've got their own. And again, I know that I know what move this is. So I can't shield the first one. Poison Fang coming through. And they're going to Poison Fang me all the way along. So we'll see what they want to do here. So I'm going to overfarm just a fraction, but I don't want to do too much because I want to force them to start using some shields. They're going to, I'm just thinking what my play is here. So I do think I shield this, and force them to use their second shield here, and then we'll see. They're going to be able to farm me down, and they can only Poison Fang me, so that works out all right. Poison Fang, they've probably got enough for two now. I wasn't counting at all, so we'll see. So what move does this thing have? So obviously it's going to have Shadow Punch, but what's its second? Ice Punch? How much damage is? Ooh, Ice Punch does a lot. But that's okay because I'm going to be able to charge them down and then instantly throw the Body Slam on the Golbat coming back in. And that's going to do enough damage to KO. So happy days, able to take that game. And they actually quit before that move went through. But that's absolutely fine. So lots of things running. Ice Punch. So yeah, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Everybody's going to be running. And I think, did I see just as many Golbats as I did Vigoroths there? So I think I saw 4 out of 5 Golbats as well as 4 out of 5 Vigoroths. So Golbat is going to be 5 wing attacks to get to the poison, and I had a bit of lag there, so that ball just did not throw at all. So 5 wing attacks to get to a Poison Fang and 8 to get to the Shadow Ball. For the Vigoroth, it's going to be 5 to get to the Body Slam and 9 to get to Bulldoze, and then we're going to have Dragon Breath takes 12 to get to the Body Slam and 17 to get to the Dark Pulse, but obviously Dragon Breath is a 1-turn move instead of a 2-turn move like the other two, so it's not too bad. So 22, 23, and 4, and going 4 and 1. So 22, 23 to 22, 67. So that's really good. Really happy with that, and hopefully we can continue that move forward. So the problem I've just realized I don't really want, so I think I want a Dark Pulse on my Zweilous for sure, rather than the no, I had Dark Pulse Bulldoze. So it is Bulldoze that I want. I was thinking, do I want Bulldoze because there's so many Golbats? But I mean, yeah, there's not many other options. Well, there's not many other great options on uh, the the Vigoroth. The only other option we've got is Brick Break, and ugh, it's yeah, terrible, terrible move. So with that being said, able to go 2267 to 2267, 4 and 1 in my first set. So if you liked what you saw, hit that subscribe button. Otherwise, suggest some teams. Maybe I should try something that isn't basically the top 3 Pokemon that every single team is going to run. Yeah, give me some team suggestions down below. I'll give it a go. And thank you very much for watching. And hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.